Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back ladies and gentlemen for another YouTube video. We got a lot to cover in this video, very exciting. Guys, it is time for you as Cardano investors or perhaps future Cardano investors to get excited. I'm going to be showing you why that is in this video. We're going to cover a number of things, like the fact that Charles is hinting that big news is around the corner. This is an individual that doesn't really play around and doesn't say things half-heartedly. We're going to be covering a lot of things. We're going to be going over our $7.50 price prediction. I'm actually going to be showing you, based on how we got to $7.50, that we could largely have underestimated exactly where Cardano's price could get to. And in actual fact, a $10 plus Cardano price is well within the realms of possibilities. I'm going to be showing you why that is. We're going to be revisiting Elliott Wave theory. I'm also going to be showing you on the Cardano chart why it does now look like you have broken out. In fact, you have broken out of this descending resistance. And you guys know that I believe we are waiting to sort of enter that fifth wave. Cardano is on the brink of that. This is why I'm telling you that you need to start getting excited. We're going to cover a number of things in this video, guys. We've got lots to go through. Where I want to start is quickly taking a look at Cardano today, where it's at, and covering a little bit of dogma surrounding that. So Cardano today is currently sat at $1.43. It's not really up on the day, up on the week around about 14.3%. Slipped down to fifth place. It was third yesterday. There's a bit of a battle going on between Binance and Cardano at the moment, and has a market cap of $45 billion. We know 30 billion of that market cap is staked Cardano. Alonso, by the way, guys, is around the corner. For those of you who have missed it, we already have custom smart contracts being ran on Plutus. We're here, guys. We are literally here. Things are about to get very, very hard. Not only have we broken out of our descending resistance, Charles on Twitter is essentially hinting, there's a tweet that he replied to here saying, I have a feeling IHK is going to drop so many bombs we are not even aware of when the time is right. Perhaps. This is a guy that doesn't play around. When he says stuff, he doesn't do it half-heartedly. Cardano ate it to the moon. This is another one, guys. He is hinting to you guys of what's to come. We know Grayscale onboarded Cardano. Do you think he only found out about this when everybody else did? Of course not, guys. He knew that this was in the pipelines. Ultimately, this is going to increase the demand significantly. But from a charting point of view, and I was looking at this earlier, this just shows you where Cardano is in the world, and this is just the start. Things are only just starting, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to multiply and multiply and multiply. What I want to talk to you about is, if you look on the 4 hourly, and in fact, if we switch to a daily, you can see that you have actually broken out of your descending resistance here. You are now coming above your EMA on the daily. You never even went below it on the weekly. And it's the weekly time frame we're going to focus on, guys, because I'm going to be showing you right now, before we go on any further with this video, why I think a $10 plus Cardano could actually be a reality. $7.50 for us, we've always said, was a conservative price prediction that we believe is absolutely going to get met. I am holding a lot of my Cardano, in fact, the vast majority of it, for that price and beyond. I don't plan on selling really any Cardano before we get to $7.50, and that's because I believe it's such a achievable target. I'm going to show you why that is in this video. Now, often we've covered something called Elliott Wave theory, guys, as it is absolutely apparent. And by the way, if you want to learn about markets, if you want to learn about trading, if you want to learn about anything to do with looking at charts, looking at price, go and check out Elliott Wave theory, because it is present everywhere and is actually very, very useful. When people are doing TA, everybody uses essentially the same toolkit. There are staple TA tools to use. Everybody uses them. What separates a good TA and a bad TA individual is essentially their personality and what they bring to the table themselves. Elliott Wave theory is an absolute staple, and you can see Elliott Wave theory is absolutely apparent here. Not only that, we got our $7.50 price prediction on fibs. What I want to do for you again, guys, is I want to map out the Elliott Wave theory, which we do so often for a reason. Because to me, it is apparent that it's here, even if you look at the smaller Elliott waves within these bigger Elliott waves. And essentially, we think you've just gone through your fourth wave pullback. There are signs, if we pull up the RSI, of this being the bottom, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at the end of wave one here, let's take this off auto. If you look at the end of wave one, make sure my head's not in the way, you can see you did the same thing. You come up, you come back down on the RSI. You then come up for your 3 wave, which we know is bigger, and you come down and bottom out round about this region here. Before then, we believe you are going to impulse on your 5th and final wave, and this is the point that I'm going to try and make here, guys. In Elliott wave theory, typically it's your third wave that's your biggest, unless it's commodities, which is typically the fifth wave, but typically it's the third wave. Your fifth wave is very, very often, more times than not, bigger than your one wave. If not, it's perhaps the same size. It's usually smaller than your third wave, but typically this is how things work. Now, I actually think in the crypto space, we tend to, if we look at previous bull runs, it's the end of the cycle, the end of the kind of parabolic move where everything goes insane and we make, exponential gains. What I want to talk to you about is just how big that fifth wave could be. And this is what is now leading me to actually believe wholeheartedly, guys, I'm not just saying this for the purpose of this channel, I'm actually going to take this bet myself, that Cardano could get to that $10 range. Now, if we take the one wave, and let me just talk to you very, very quickly. Some people actually, don't draw the one wave here for... People are going to draw Elliott wave theory however they want. To me, this seems like, and when you kind of cross-reference it with other TA guys, that this is the most likely of the Elliott waves we're going through. I don't think we started over here and made one, because we've obviously come lower than that. And Elliott wave theory, if you count the wicks anyway, dictates that you can't actually come lower than where you start. Your two wave is going to be higher than your one wave, just to get that out there. But what I want to do, guys, is I want to take the percentage of your one wave, and I essentially want to add it onto the bottom here, because I don't think you're going to get lower than this wick, and I want to add that on in terms of a percentage move. So that's 939% to where you are today, given the kind of rules of Elliott wave theory, to show you just where this thing could get to, ladies and gentlemen. So if we did the same move as our one wave, and I actually think we're going to be bigger than our one wave, I just don't want to go calling crazy prices. I want to give people a conservative goal to work towards, and then any kind of overperformance. Let me talk to you about how I'm structuring cashing out of my Cardano. About 40% of my Cardano will probably not get sold this bull run, and is there for 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line. I'm staking it. I'm going to take as much of a role in the kind of governance system as I can, and it's there for the long haul. The rest will be sold in this bull market, so there'll be a large chunk of it sold at $7.50, then at $8, then at $9, etc., so on and so forth. So what I want to talk to you about is, if we look at a rough percentage, you can see you're getting to around about that $9 mark, if we take the exact same percent from this kind of wick bottom up to here, guys, and that takes you down around about your $9.60 mark. Remember, Elliott wave theory, the fifth wave is usually bigger than the third wave, usually smaller than, the Elliott wave theory, your fifth wave is usually bigger than your first wave, smaller than your third wave, but your fifth wave can actually be bigger than your third wave. I don't even want to, just because I don't want to, and if we are following Elliott wave theory, bear in mind this is just a theory. We could do something crazy. We could make not that I think that's possible. We know we didn't have Elliott wave theory if our fourth wave went like that and we go below our two wave. That would totally null and void the theory. But one thing I want to point out as well, and please go and look at Elliott wave theory and where there's a bit more study on these smaller waves within these waves. It's what confirms to me that it's just so apparent. One wave, two wave, three wave, four wave, five wave, A, B, C correction. One wave, two wave, three wave, four wave, five wave, A, B, C correction, guys. It's so apparent that it's in play here, and it hasn't played out yet, guys. You still have that fifth wave to come, and so much. Go look at the RSI. Very, very telling, because it's doing the same thing that we did at the end of our two wave. We're now in the fourth wave. If you go and look at how we bottomed out for that two wave, it's doing the exact same thing at what we're now doing in our fourth wave. This is going to happen, guys. I am so confident of it. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say or do on this channel is financial advice, but I'd be pretty upset if individuals out there missed out on this. We've been banging this drum for a long time now in regards to Cardano, and it's for a reason. It's one of top 3 largest positions for me in the crypto space for a reason, and we've had it on our radar for a long time. The fundamentals are just so strong for this project, the partnerships, the team, Charles himself. Whether you believe in him politically or his political views or whatever, don't be biased of that. Be biased on what he's able to do with cryptography. Cardano, by the way, were one of the first people to market with proof of stake. You have many, even Polkadot copied certain aspects of Cardano's proof of stake consensus. and they have a different overall consensus, but there's elements of it there. You know, this team's so strong. And just for fun, whilst I've got you on here, let's say, for example, it worked out that your fifth wave ends up being larger or the same size as your third wave, which I don't think it will be, by the way, guys. I have to be totally transparent. And you get that 3,255% move, which I don't think that's going to happen, guys. But just for fun, just for whilst I've got you on the video, let's work that out. You're looking at $33 Cardano. I don't think that's going to happen at all, guys. But I definitely think, and I'm seriously thinking now, you're going to get significantly over that $10 range in this next move. And people are going, well, how can you say that when we're at $1.40? This is cryptocurrencies, guys. This is an emerging market. This is how things work. And there is such a perfect storm setting out right now. I ultimately believe that Bitcoin has bottomed. We said that from here, guys. We looked like we could have been wrong here. We stuck to our guns and said, look, we believe that we're still in a bull market and this thing's going to recover. You look like you're doing that. A TA guy that I follow and have great respect for is the Crypto Sniper. This is his Twitter account. He's essentially saying the same thing. He said Bitcoin looks like it's walking out, and Cardano perhaps could lead the way. And I absolutely subscribe to that. The Crypto Sniper, if you don't know who he is, guys, go and check him out on Twitter. Go and check him out on YouTube. He's obviously somebody that's been in these markets before cryptocurrencies were even a thing, and applies that to the crypto space. He's largely right about what he says. So super bullish. You know, you got Charles tweeting that the future's a bright one. You've got all the fundamentals. You've got a perfect storm setting up right now, guys. And I want as many people on this lifeboat as possible, because cryptocurrencies have changed my life, and I genuinely believe they can change a lot of people's lives out there. And yeah, that is really all I have for you in this video, guys. You know, I'm seriously thinking, given how kind of Elliott wave theory works, and that your fifth wave is sort of worst case scenario, the same size as your one wave, you know, it really makes a lot of sense, guys. You know, that you're going to get towards that $10 range and possibly beyond. $7.50 is absolutely getting hit. Remember I said that. Clip it. If it doesn't happen in the next 2 years or so, you can come back, not 2 years, in the next year or so, come back and say, hey, All in Crypto, you were wrong. And I'll hold my hands up like I do on every call I get wrong. We get a lot more right than we get wrong, by the way, guys. And that's the key to being a good investor and a good trader, is, you know, anyway, we're getting way off topic, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Sunday. I hope you're spending it with your family and friends and your loved ones. I know that's quite hard to do at the moment because of the situation that we all find ourselves in. But stay positive, guys. This market, to me, looks like it's going to recover. We're seeing that already across the board. Matter of time before the volume picks up. What we're waiting on right now, guys, is volume. Let me make the volume profile a little bit more obvious here for you. You're waiting on volume. And this is another, guys, I can't give you any more confirming factors right now than we're about to enter that fifth wave. Let me talk about this very, very quickly. In fact, let me finish the point that I started. I'm very bad at doing that. One wave, two wave finish. Look at that kind of bowing out structure. Low volume. Look at what's happening today, guys. Low volume before take off, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. It is around the corner. We're here, guys. All the, you know, things that some of you as Cardano holders have essentially had to go through, people laughing at you, calling you a stable coin. Remember, it is the last man laughing that is always laughing. Last man or woman laughing that is always laughing for the longest. So remember that. Bright future, guys. You know, Charles is kind of hinting at that himself at the moment. Still lots going on in Africa with John O'Connell. Very, very excited, guys. Very, very excited. Like I say, we could bring you and go and look at Elliott wave theory. Go and get familiar with this theory, how it works, because it's apparent in all markets, not just the crypto space. I've rambled on for long enough. I'm going to leave you to your Sunday, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. If you enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies and gentlemen.